you have to draw three main processes to show different steps. So like potato to chips.
Ha.
There's yeah there are three steps, right? So should I like give
So
it a
listen,
caption or
read the
anything?
question again. Read the question again. It says that main what does it say? Main
Three
what?
main processes.
Processes, right? But you have to illustrate all four.
Okay,
All
for
four
each
of
one.
so it's a 20 mark question, right?
Yeah. Should I give it a captions like each one?
Try not to give captions, because see, even if you're making a presentation, you would not add too many words to it, right? Because
Yeah.
people don't really like to read too many words. See, one instruction that I would like to make clear for that particular question is all four of them have to be illustrated. Try to make all of them using four different A4 sheets, meaning that I want you to try and use a new A4 sheet for all four of them, right? So for the chips one, for the mango one, for the other one, for the candle wax, a different one, right? So because it'll give you practice on how to fill a complete sheet as soon as possible, right?
Okay.
That's one thing. Then another thing, keep in mind the main processes that they mean. For example, the potato wala thing is not, it would, your first image, so it says three main processes in the making of potato chips, right? So you would not, you should not show, an image which is not a process. For example, potatoes just sitting in a sack is not a process, and the chips ready on a plate is not a process, right? So be
Yeah.
very specific and be very understanding of what the question is. So for example, washing the potatoes or boiling the potatoes is a process, so that counts. So they don't want those end images, they don't want the first image of the potato, and they don't want the last image of the chips. They just want the three processes that you think are the most important in this procedure. Got it?
Okay. Got it.
Hmm.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions like this? Okay.
Ma'am, so for the first question, I finished the rough sketch. So do I show it to you or just go to the
No,
next
no, no,
question?
no. Finish all of them and then
Okay.
immediately put them into the chat and
Okay.
mark it so that it's visible to everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have another question.
Who?
Aryan, ma'am, sorry.
What happened?
Ma'am, UCD 2024 question 2. So they're asking me to design a lunchbox for a 6-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Do I have, do I have to be innovative with it or just ask do what's in the question?
Mm. See, it says the evaluation criteria that's given there, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So you need to satisfy all of those criteria.
Okay.
Right? Imagine it'll be like quality, this, that, attention to detail, explanation of features, provision for fulfilling functional requirements, appropriateness, consideration for product usability, clarity of the sketch, right? So they do
Yes, ma'am.
want you to be able to accommodate all of this roti rice, dosa, dal, everything, right? All of these
Yes, ma'am.
things. Obviously, not at the same time, but the lunchbox should be functional. So do try to make sure every single word that is given in the question is satisfied in some way.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Aditi, how much longer?
I'm doing the NID paper.
Huh, so
Almost done,
you will
but
submit by 9:15, yes?
yes, ma'am.
Hashnil, what about you? Huh?
Can we wait?
I can't hear you. Your voice is cutting off a lot.
Ma'am, you said NIT people have 1 hour and 15 minutes, right?
Yes, so you have 1 hour 15 minutes that ends at 9:15.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dakshin?
Ma'am, UC paper solving, ma'am. UC
Huh,
2024.
so by how many questions are there?
Ma'am, in the UC 2024 sketching, 2 questions are there, ma'am. I finished
So
one question.
you should have been done by now, that means. 15 minutes per question, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Should have been done by now. Dia?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
By when will you be done? What paper you doing?
Uh, I'm doing the 22 one. Yeah.
22 NID, right?
Yeah.
And you have to submit at 9:15 strictly, yes?
Okay.
Mathimitra, what about you?
Ma'am, I'm doing the 2023 NID paper.
Ha, you have to submit it by 9:15, yes?
Okay, ma'am.
In the chat, you will be putting your stuff. Immediately, like exactly 9:15, I want all your stuff in the chat, okay? Riddhima, what about you?
Ma'am, I'm still on question 2.
You're doing the NIFT paper, is it?
Yes.
So you will have to submit it at 9:30 because you have an hour and a half, right, for run one. So 9:30 tak, you have to put all three of your answers in the chat, okay?
Okay,
Varsha,
ma'am.
what about you?
From NIFT 2024.
So 9:30, okay? Strictly. Shravan,
NID, ma'am.
strictly 9:15, okay?
Okay,
Strictly at 9:15 in the chat. Harini, what about you? Harini, aren't you a offline student? So are you going for the offline classes? Okay, ठीक है. Be sure to attend every class, okay? Please. Please go every time. Okay. Okay, I've asked Shravan, Harshnil, I've asked. Avni, what about you? By when can you put all the answers in the chat? 9:15 you'll be done, right? Okay. Ananya, by when will you put your answers?
Ma'am, 9:15.
Okay. ठीक है, perfect. Olive, what about you?
Ma'am, 9:50.
Okay. Shruti?
Ma'am, I'll send you a 9:15.
Okay. Shrikirti?
Ma'am, I'll be done around 9:20, ma'am.
Try to submit it at 9:15, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Nishmita and Aisha? 9:15 each?
Yes, ma'am.
Kavya and Gauri?
Ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm doing the NID paper.
9:15, okay? Strictly.
Okay.
Okay. Ananya Bhargav, I haven't heard from you.
Yes, 9:15.
Sure. Take it. Any other questions for the moment? Avni, Harshnil, any questions so far? Like anything that's confusing or anything? Okay, everyone, make sure all the answers that you've given, you've covered 80% of the area that you are using to answer the question. Try to use complete A4 sheets, right? Um, Make sure that however you compose the shot is very interesting. Okay. Try to compose it in the most aesthetically pleasing way possible. Make sure that some things are closer to us than others. So that adds a sense of depth to the image, right? So add something in the background, in the foreground, in the middle ground, right? And choose a, a light source that can tell you about, so if you have a light source, it can give you the shades, the shadows, and the textures can be highlighted, right? That, and then also make sure that everything that you are drawing is in proportion with each other. That's quite important. Um, What else? And try to go for things that you already know how to draw quite well, and you can take those things and use them in the questions that you're answering. And so you feel more and more confident with everything that you draw, right? NID students, seven more minutes. You see it, people are giving you see it. When will you be done? Aryan, when will you be done?
I'm done, Mama. I'm just sending.
Acha. Mm, Avni, what about Avni? When will you be done with the UC paper?
Ma'am, I had to go out for like 10 minutes. So can I give it at 9:20?
Try to give it at 9:15, okay? Because we'll start
Okay.
reviewing then. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 more minutes, then please everybody start uploading.
Ma'am, do I put it on chat or directly on
Yes. No, upload it on Edge as well as in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, start uploading. Avni, have you uploaded everything?
No, ma'am, I'm taking the picture now.
Okay. Okay, guys, enough. Ananya, Bhargav, Gauri, Dia, Ridhima, Varsha, you all have to start uploading now.
Taking the pictures, ma'am.
Okay, please upload fast.
Ma'am, I uploaded them.
Dia, so you've designed the tiffin, right? You've designed the lunch box,
Yes, ma'am.
but it's come out a bit generic, no? Like this already exists, does it not?
Yes, ma'am. It's just, I think, the shape. Like, I wanted to add more to it, but then I didn't have time.
Yeah, but the uniqueness has to be there. See, you will in the exam also, there's going to be a limited amount of time. Within that itself, I want you to be able to incorporate some amount of like uniqueness and think through what are the challenges that this child will be facing with any normal tiffin and try to solve those challenges, right? Uh, then, Avni, the sketch that you have drawn is good. I will say I want you to work on human figures a little bit more because I see that the kind of flow that you have with objects doesn't necessarily come for like humans in terms of like elbows and such, right? So I would ask you to practice that and humans in proportions with other things as well. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'll send you the run to sketch right now.
ठीक है. Aryan, okay, this is also fine. But you see, Aryan, everyone, all three characters are all the way in the back, and the cycle looks like it's floating. Right? Cycle
Yes, ma'am.
looks like it's stuck to the wall and it's floating. The window looks a little bit off. The cupboards are disproportionate with the humans because the humans are too short compared to the cupboards. Right? The fan is
Yes,
too
ma'am.
big compared to the humans. Where it says Christ College 66, that banner is too big compared to the humans. Right?
Yes,
And the
ma'am.
child and the woman, they're both the same size. Right? And okay, I appreciate like whatever shading and shadows you've done, but if the window is the light source, then just be very particular about where you put your shade shadows, right? Because it's very very important to get that right. See, even the cupboard would have some amount of shadow, but you didn't put that, right? But I
Yes,
like the
ma'am.
human shadows that you did on the wall, but again the direction of the human shadows isn't correct. है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
They'll go on the wall opposite the window, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
be very,
I rushed that a little.
so just be very specific about such things. And in terms of the lunchbox, yeah, I like that you've done it in an isometric view, but it's pretty much the same as the person we had spoken to before, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Uniqueness was one of the things that you had to fulfill, and I think that Please do keep that word in mind, and please do keep all the words that are given in the question as something that need to be fulfilled in mind, and fulfill every single one of them, including uniqueness. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Gauri, I really like your sketching style a lot. It's
Thank
very
you, ma'am.
simple, it's effective, but I don't think the story works.
Okay.
Because there simply isn't much happening, right?
Yeah.
But I like the way you sketch. Your sketching
Thank you.
style is good, but I want you to start covering more area, okay? Because you
So,
do
am I
draw
supposed
very
to put like
small.
more detail in the storyboard
No,
or?
so you've drawn it in one corner of the sheet, right? I
Yeah.
want you to make
Fill
it
the whole
bigger
page.
such that it fills the entire page. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then coming to your next answer. See, again, you've kept it very simplistic. You could have gone a lot in detail. You could have zoomed in a little bit. You could have added some sort of story to it. For example, one we had seen was that, you see somebody's nails, they're being cut, and then the next shot is you see that they are showing it off to their friends and they're all witches,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So you can add something like that. In terms of the next, okay, the next is by somebody else. It's by Dia. So Dia, again with the humans, I need you to work on humans. And see, look at the fact that all the humans are all the way in the back, and the mom doesn't really feel like she's holding the guitar, right? It doesn't really feel like that. Plus, the window's perspective is incorrect, right?
Yes.
So I would try to attempt these questions again, please. Um, Shravan has sent bottle attached in belt, easy to clip. But see, you're not showing it in use. You're just showing it as a part of the entire image, and that too you haven't drawn it properly, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to show it in use. You need to show the human pulling it apart and using it and then putting it back together, putting it away, right? You
Yes,
need
ma'am.
to show those things. You need to show the use cases.
Hmm.
Okay. As per the bottle redesign, you've written entirely too much. I like
Oh,
the shading, I like the way that it is, but it's basically a normal bottle with some shading on it, right?
yes, ma'am.
And like they don't want a normal bottle.
Hmm.
Okay. Um and the Okay, fry and oil, season, okay, done. But again, I told you to use an entire page per process. Did I not?
Oh,
Yeah, that's why it's very important to keep in mind the instructions that are given in the beginning, right?
what I thought was a whole page for 4
No,
questions.
a whole page for one.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so you will learn how to cover as much area as possible. Okay, the mango one dice, salt plus spice oil, rest for 1 day. Okay, fine. Bees make bees wax. Okay, harvest wax, melt wax for candle. Okay,
Ma'am,
harvested, clean and wait, don't interrupt while I'm reviewing somebody else's work, please. Clean, process, add in jewels. Okay, see, I wanted you to cover the entire page. That was one thing. And then the second thing was that, I wanted you to include without mentioning the uniqueness factor,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Can you say that out of the 300 people who will be giving the same exam as you and the same question as you, nobody will go for the exact same approach as you? Can we guarantee that?
No, ma'am.
But we want to, right?
Hmm.
We want to stand out. We very, very immediately want to stand out. So make sure your answer does not appear on somebody else's paper and make sure it doesn't appear the same way, right?
Okay.
So think of different compositions and arrangements, right? I would ask you to reattempt this whenever you're able to. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And show me whatever it is the result is day after tomorrow when we have our next class. Okay.
Okay.
And I want you to use one sheet per process.
Question.
The chips one whole thing. For the mango one whole thing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to see some uniqueness put into it this time, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Shravan, also the answer that you've done, right? For
Yes,
the
ma'am.
very first question, that has not
Yes.
come out correct.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, ma'am.
So the zigzag view that you see on top,
Hmm.
right above the patterned strip,
Hmm.
right? The very top surface of that zigzag,
Hmm.
has the pattern that you are seeing the flat view of. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In fact, do one thing. Take a sheet of paper,
Hmm.
okay? Fold it in the pattern that is given above. Okay. And then draw this thing on it, cut it out, and you'll see that you'll see what the answer is. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I would implore you to try it because it's very hard to like verbally
Imagine
explain that. Yeah.
I wasted most of the time thinking how it would be.
So the strip that they've given on top where you can see the, you can see it in perspective, right?
Yes,
That's given mostly to confuse you.
ma'am.
Okay, that's given mostly to confuse us because it doesn't look wide enough, right? It doesn't look wide enough, but it is. It still is. And it works also, है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
So coming to Kavya's sketches, see Kavya, again, in terms of perspective, the table is wrong and the rat is way too far away, and also the rat somehow is like us. Our point of view, the rat is too tall, when in actuality, the rat was very close to the ground, was it not? Actually, it was on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to retry this one. Okay. And also put your 3 points outside the paper. So that gives you more room
Okay,
and makes it
okay.
look more natural. Okay.
So, ma'am, our eye level should be like
Very
in
low.
the yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, the garbage one, you're gonna have to reattempt it. And I also want you to pay attention to the way that how many pencil strokes you put down when you're looking for one perfect line, because you tend to draw the same thing over and over again, and then there's like 10-15 different lines, and then you darken the one that is closest to what you wanted it to be, है ना? So next time, whatever
Yeah.
it is you're drawing, just be very conscious of how you put it down on the paper. Okay. And you'll realize a lot of things. Okay. Dakshin, the lunchbox has come out very simple in the way that this thing already exists, right? They wanted something new, they wanted something innovative, and they wanted something different. Okay. Dakshin, did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then Shruti, the replication question that you've done, na, the JE paper,
Yes, ma'am.
there are certain highlights where the, like for the example, the shoulder, there are no lines given over there, but you've completed it, you've drawn the lines, right? But that's actually the part where the light is brightest. So they've left out lines over there. है ना? But you've drawn lines over there as well.
Okay.
The second one, I want you to draw it a little bit more clear and with a darker pencil, because with this, it's a little bit hard to tell. You understand? The only reason that, it's understandable is because I've seen this answer before.
Okay.
Got it? Ridhima, first question. See, the bird that you have drawn is the bird that already exists, right? There should have been some evolutionary developments, and that is what they wanted you to draw. Okay. Then the T one, can create an artistic design, can be fed to the birds, compost for plant soil, converted into a fragrance. I'm sorry, what was the question for this one?
Uses, ma'am.
Uses of?
Leaking teacup.
Leaking teacup. Okay. I mean, I think we could do something else also and work on your animals. Okay. The bird looks particularly tortured.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Entertainment area. See, all three of these had to be on separate sheets, like I told you. है ना? So while these are okay, you've mainly used one or two things out of 0 to 9 and then left the rest. Right? So I would ask you to do that one again, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Nanya Bhargav. What was the question for this? The
Ma'am, I've put the
Z-fold?
questions as well, the screenshots
Let me
of the
see.
questions.
ठीक है. Mobile phones. Okay, but you've gone very literal with it, right? I mean, you've literally drawn a phone and poop, right?
Ma'am, it was, I don't know if it's like coming across, but I just wanted to replace the whole, going to the washroom thing with
Yeah, but it comes
virtual
out in a
presence.
very strange way. I would not say ineffective, but I would also not say effective. है ना?
Yeah.
Alright, 5 problems and human errors. Okay, this I understood. See, 5 problems type of answers, you have to draw all the boxes equally sized. Okay. ठीक है. Again, I would like for you to ask yourself what are actual problems and then find solutions for them. Because right now you're increasing the ease of things. Okay, you're increasing how easy it is to do things. But that particularly isn't like, solving any particular problems, right? Sometimes when we solve one problem, it makes doing everything else a lot easier. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Huh. I would probably like do a 5 whys type of analysis of what goes wrong and how to fix it and stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Dakshin,
Yes, ma'am.
you need to finish the sketch and you need to increase your speed also. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And you need to work on human proportions because it's very, very important to be able to draw humans from your mind.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. LED display. Okay. ठीक है. I really like the sketch. Nicely done. But I will say again, the composition of the whole thing, I'm a little bit like, okay, this could definitely happen better, right? And then and also there's a lot of writing. And see, the way that I kind of skipped over some of the writing, they also will, right? So just keep that
Okay,
in
ma'am.
mind.
Okay.
Mati Mitra, the rat is on the floor, not in the sky, right? So are the rat's view that you've drawn, rat is floating and it's looking at the cat only, which isn't correct, right? Relook at the image. You've done 1 point perspective, right? Connect all the dots, connect all the leading lines to that 1 point, and then from that 1 point, draw a line to the green point that they've given you. And you'll see the way that the rat is looking. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Open the drawer, pick up the comb it through the hair. Those are not really instructions for combing the hair. That's instructions to find the brush. है ना? Okay, the water filled wala thing. Okay, good. I do want you to try it again. So that what happens is, yeah, you'll realize there are different ways to do this, right? Aisha, I want you to try the question number 1 that you've done, try it again. And this time I want you to actually draw it out on paper and then try it. Same goes for you also, Olive. Because the answers that you've given have not come out correct.
So in sense for that storyboard, should I work on the sketching part or like the
Who is
composition?
this?
Madhimitra.
Huh?
For
What are you
that
asking?
dog fetching rework. So should I like work on the sketching part or like the
The
story?
story part.
Okay.
Story part. Okay.
Ma'am,
Olive.
also,
Yes.
for the folding type of questions, how do we approach that during exam?
So, see, the more spatial ability questions you do in your analytical wala side is there, no, DQ Edge. The more of those spatial ability questions do, the easier these questions will become. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Olive, see, the potato chips wala you've done, right? I want you to work on the aesthetic factor of it, but other than that, the answer is perfectly fine. I just want you to work on the aesthetic factor of it a little bit more.
Okay, yes.
Okay. And then with the bag, you'll see that it's not properly functional. You can't just have like zippers full of water and write H2O on them. That doesn't really work, right? I know sorry, not bag, a bottle, but just think about like how effective the design is, whether or not it will actually work, right?
Yeah. Okay.
If you fall a little bit, if you fall on that, will they pop, right? So that's important to consider. Um, Speaking to Avni, I quite like your sketch. Okay, I do, and I liked it like the first time I saw it also. But the way that you've cleaned it up a little bit is really good. I will say the second sketch is a little bit harder to understand, right? So the writing is what makes it a little bit clearer. Okay.
Okay.
So make sure that the sketch itself explains itself. Harini, all
Okay.
three of your images haven't really come through. I can see that you've sent something, but they haven't come through. Could you send them again? Till then, I'll check Aditi's. Aditi, try not to put a lot of writing in the water, carrier wala thing that you've drawn, right? Also, there's a lot of flaws that are going to happen with the design like this. The wheels, the replaceability of them, how much you're investing in the replacement, what kind of terrain you'll be able to, you know, what kind of terrain you'll be able to manage and things like that. There are a lot of things that I want you to rewrite and sort of think about a little bit more, okay? Avni, what are you saying?
Ma'am, for the first composition, apart from the human figures, can I improve anything? Is the composition of the sketch fine?
The composition is fine. It's a bit on the side that it's one of the first things that come to mind, right? But more than anything, I want you to work on shade shadow texture, mostly because I haven't seen shade shadow from you so far. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Cross hatching and darkening and things like that you have to show. Okay?
Yeah.
Coming back to Aditi, that Jal Jal wala thing that you've done, while it is very interesting and the character that you've chosen to put it with is quite interesting and represents whatever, one of the groups that might use it, it's still the product itself is not convincing enough, right? And so I want you to think about the product a little bit more, break it down a little bit more, and then try to find an answer for the problems that are arising from this entire situation. Okay. As for the potato chips wala thing, I have no issue with it. The only thing I would have liked is some shade shadow and some texture. But that is seems to be missing from every single one of the answers. But just keep in mind the shading, the shadows, and the textures are what make, and the light source are what make something look realistic, right? And when something feels realistic, it's easier for the viewer to get lost in it. And this goes for all three of your compositions. Actually, you're supposed to give 4. Somehow there's only 3.
Wait, hold on. I don't think it got sent. I'll send it again.
ठीक है. Okay. But nicely done. I really like the way that you've represented it. I do wish you would have filled 80% of the page because it looks like, it sort of grabs you and sort of holds you there. That's one thing. And some amount of shade, shadow, and texture. Like Harshnil has done in the next couple of sketches you can see right under yours. Right?
Yes, sir.
Shade, shadow, and texture helps a lot. Harshnil needs some texture, but shade and shadow is there. Right? Okay. Clothes strap. Aluminum protector soft pads for ease of lifting on back. Okay. ठीक है, I like it. But again, Harshnil, you are making an existing thing easier, whereas I want you to redesign. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the potato wala has I mean, again, I told you guys one process, like one for the potato chips wala thing was 1 page, and the mango one was supposed to be 1 page, but you did not listen. है ना? and you've put all of them in the same page, and there's a lot of writing happening. So you draw good infographics, you do good stuff, right? But when you miss out on key elements like that, or when you miss out on those little things, they make you lose points. Similarly, I said, see, the candle already being made and just sitting over there is not a process. And the process of burning the candle, using the candle, is not important to the making of the candle. Is that correct, Hashneel?
Yes, ma'am. But I have shown the melting of the wax and pouring it into the container, right?
Yeah, but it said three main processes for the creation of
Mm.
these things, right? Not for the usage of these things. And you are using the candle to give light in the end, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's not creation of it.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is all sorted. Again, next time, please, any question that has 3 or 4 parts, all 3 parts, all 4 parts have to be drawn onto separate sheets. Okay. The bottle question has a lot of writing, like a lot. Harshnil does a lot of writing, and it'll do this thing where you kind of just go like, okay, I'll read the next one, and then that doesn't happen, right? And so you are missing out on key information being passed to the viewer. So you might as well draw that information out instead of writing it, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Which one?
The bottle one.
The person is back. Which one?
He is
Or the
walking
product
up
design?
the,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. Okay. Okay.
And Aditi, the first three are very clear. The last instruction sheet is a little bit vague. Shrikirti, again, your sketches have not come through.
Okay, ma'am. I'll send it again. I'm joining through another device also.
Okay. Aditi, Karthik, this is the old person's room type of view, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. It doesn't feel like an old person's room, but I mean, it like I like the guardrail and everything that you have, but other than that, there needs to be some signifiers that immediately tell you whose room it is, right? So
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
one thing. But I like the other one. So you've written too much, and it's more likely than not that they're not going to read that much. But the Hydra Meds thing that you have done is quite nice. But I do wish you would have shade shadowed it, right? I keep saying shade shadow, shade shadow, shade shadow, but it doesn't really get implemented. And I would really appreciate if it was. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Then Aisha, what is this? Sturdy maps. Okay, the water bottle, but I do wish that you would have drawn it more like a product design question. I want you all to, yeah, anyone who's had the review already can leave. You all are free to leave. Whoever has had their review already can leave. Okay. Varsha, what is this? Okay. The straw banana thing, you can shade it a little bit better because it doesn't come off realistically, right? That realism has not come through. Then, okay, the room decor, the pen holder, kintsugi. Okay, I understand. All of them are interesting. You can find even more interesting ways than that. Um, Importance of neem. Oh, acha, 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 acha. Okay, interesting approach. Interesting approach. Generally, for questions like that, like his leaves are like, blowing into the other person's yard and stuff, people go for like either some sort of like stop him in XYZ way, or they go like, okay, punish him in this way. But you are instead encouraging a good habit. So that's good. Um,
Ma'am,
it does work. I do want you to work on the sketching a little bit, okay?
ma'am,
Who is this?
Shri Kriti.
Huh.
Ma'am, were you correcting mine?
No, I was, wait, let me see. Yes, I was. The neem wala thing.
Yes.
But you caught it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I just didn't hear the main bit, so.
Which bit?
When you said out the name.
Got it. The marketplace wala thing is also fine. It's a little creepy that you're following one person.
No, I think the crew is usually on like it finds a
Okay,
person and then
whatever you say. Whatever you say.
yeah.
Me, ma'am.
Hanji, who is this? Aisha.
You just reviewed my bottle one, and you said that I should make it more like a product design question. Explain what that means.
Okay, so you have Pinterest. I would very simply, just without any suffixes, without anything, just be like product design, right? And it'll give you a bunch of sketches that show you a particular product from 5 or 6 different angles, and that explains every single thing that that product does, right? So product sketches are like a map to the product. Okay, they explain every single thing about the product, and they do a very good job of summing up all of its properties and stuff like that. That's product design sketching. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Huh.
So this one I drew, like I pointed out like the straps and all that, and I drew the
No,
different.
I know, but see, I would implore you to improve on it.
Okay, ma'am, understood.
Huh. Who else was saying something?
Ma'am, it was me.
Tell me.
Ma'am, what about the middle one? The wheelchair.
Wheelchair one.
The text one.
Okay, let me see. Usually we skip over these ones because what has happened is we get the same answers again and again. Senior citizens, yes. Female user, yes. Handicapped users, yes. Wheelchair users, yes. Children, yes. Same thing we get every single time.
And then what other
Ideation questions are supposed to show how different your thinking can
like
be.
can I put in an alien user?
No, see, they asked for users that use it commonly. Yes. But think about it. Look at the child, the user that you've drawn, the children, right? Within children also there are different groups. Is it not? Right. And
Like,
you could have
add in people with like ADHD where they can't or like anything with like an intellect where they can't figure out how to use it.
Yeah, you could.
But the thing is, the normal railway, this thing, they have specific taps where you push them up and then the water comes down. But how do I put that in words?
The way that you just did.
But like writing it down would make it go over the limit, right? They've
No, it
given a
wouldn't.
3-line
Just
limit.
practice it. Just practice it. You can sum it down to 2 words, 3 words, 4 words. Henna.
So
Totally
I can
possible.
say issue with the design itself and then the push-up tab.
Sorry?
I could, would it be fine if I said issue with the tap design and in brackets I'd put push-up?
Yeah. Yes. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Like in my drawings, I always use color pencils and graphite pencil. So I want to know about what materials are really allowed at that NID centers. Because I've seen other people using highlighters and micron pens. So
Yeah, you
I want to
can.
know. No, ma'am, I want to know like which materials are allowed at NID centers.
See, material, everything is allowed. You can take paint also. Issue is that paint will seep through one page and onto the next one. Henna?
Yes, ma'am.
I've been to multiple centers. I've seen multiple people go into exams. They never take away or forbid any type of material. Okay. But they will say that if your material from your sheet is leaking onto another person's, then that is grounds for, some sort of action.
Yes,
Got it? So they won't
Yes, ma'am.
restrict any material.
Okay. So I does have micron, set of micron pens.
Yeah, absolutely. Tombow brush pens, micron pens, alcohol
So
markers,
can I
the very dry ones.
Yes, ma'am.
Crayons you can take. Yeah.
So I can use them, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would just have a doubt because I have never used them for NID
That's
sketches.
okay. That's fine. That's okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Huh.
ma'am.
Thank you. Ananya, any doubts? Aditi, any doubts?
Yeah, ma'am.
Hmm?
But no doubts. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.